Hippos and Georges, I thought I'd read you another one of these social stories that Hawthorne love. This one is that monkey needs to listen. I'm sure you've been hearing your parents say to you the past few weeks that you need to listen, and it's what we say a lot of the time at school as well. We say to show good listening. And I wonder if any of you can remember, what does good listening mean? What are we looking for? I'll give you a few moments to think. What does good listening mean? I wonder if any of you remembered good listening means we sit still. I wonder if any of you remembered that good listening means that you listen to all of the words. And if any of you remember that you need to be looking at the person that is talking, we need to be looking at them, but we also need to be making sure that we put our thinking caps on, that we're using our brains when we're looking at the person that is speaking. And I was wondering if any of you wanted to make a good listening poster at home, what we see as good listening, and then I'd love to see them when we go back to school. I'd be really happy to see your posters, and maybe we could put them in your classrooms, so that if children are forgetting what the words good listening mean, then their teachers and teaching assistants can point to the posters just to remind children what that means. Mr. Croc was very busy. He was in the shed at Jungle School. He was trying to think of some good ideas for the after-school club. Mr. Croc was in charge of the after-school club. He liked to think of interesting and exciting things for everyone to do. He found some old wheels and some wood. The wheels and the wood gave him a good idea. He went to tell everyone about it. Mr. Croc told everyone to sit still and to listen. So that was one of the parts of good listening that I said earlier about sitting still, making sure our hands are in our laps. Everyone sat still and listened carefully, but Monkey did not sit still and he did not listen. Mr. Croc told everyone his good idea. He told them they were going to work in teams. He said each team's going to build a go-kart out of the wood and the wheels. He said that when the go-karts were finished, they would race them round the swamp. Then Mr. Croc asked who would like to drive the go-karts. Everyone wanted to drive them. Everyone put up their hands. Mr. Croc had a good idea. He put everyone's names in a hat. And I wonder if you remember at school, another thing we do is that another part of good listening is when we have something that we want to say, we don't just shout it out, we put our hand up and we wait until the teacher has said our name. First he pulled out Elephant's name. Elephant was very excited. Then he pulled out Monkey's name. He told Monkey that he was going to drive a go-kart too. Monkey was very excited. Mr. Croc said that everyone needed to listen to the instructions. And that's why we say it's so important to listen. Because if we don't listen, then we don't know what we're meant to do. He said it was important to listen carefully. So that means listen to all of the words. He said everyone had to work as a team. They had to work together to build the go-karts. He said they had to check they were safe to race too. Everyone listened carefully, but Monkey did not listen at all. Is he going to know what to do? Is he going to be able to follow those instructions? Let's have a look. Then Mr. Croc gave everyone special jobs to do. Monkey had to build the go-karts. Hippo had to put on the wheels. Little Lion had to fix the steering wheel. Monkey had to check the wheels and the steering wheel. Mr. Croc said it was important to check them carefully to make sure the go-kart was safe to race. But Monkey did not listen. I wonder what's going to happen. Soon the go-kart was ready. Hippo had to remind Monkey to check the wheels, but Monkey did not listen. Little Lion had to remind Monkey to check the steering wheel, but Monkey did not listen. Oh no, is this going to be a disaster? Soon it was the day of the race. I wonder if you could predict what you think is going to happen with Monkey not listening to those instructions. Everyone was excited. Monkey and Elephant lined up at the start. Mr. Croc said they needed to listen to the instructions. He told them not to go too fast round the corner of the swamp. But Monkey did not listen. He sped off in his go-kart. Oh dear. And I wonder, parents, maybe your children now could make up a poster of what good listening is, and maybe you could stick it onto your fridge, and you can then remind the children when you ask them to do something, and when you give them an instruction, then children can remember what they need to do. Monkey went too fast round the corner of the swamp. The wheels began to wobble, and the steering wheel began to shake. This does not look good, does it? Suddenly, the steering wheel broke off. Oh, let me just put it. Suddenly, the steering wheel broke off. The go-kart began to skid. Then it shot up into the air. It spun round and round, and then it shot into the swamp with a loud plop. Oh dear. I hope he's going to be okay. Everyone ran to help Monkey. Oh, that's good. He's got good people to look after him. They pulled him out of the swamp. He was very wet and smelly. Then they pulled out the go-kart. It was bent and twisted. Mr. Croc was cross. Monkey needs to listen, everyone said. Monkey was sorry that he had not listened. He was sorry that he had not checked the wheels on the steering wheel. He was sorry that he had gone too fast. Worst of all, he was sorry that he had crashed and spoilt the race for everyone. Then Elephant had a good idea. He asked Mr. Croc if everyone could help mend Monkey's go-kart. He asked if they could race the go-karts again when it was mended. Mr. Croc said it was a very good idea. Everyone helped him mend Monkey's go-kart. And what good friends they are, even though they know that he made a mistake, they want to help him. And he did say he was sorry, which is always a good thing to say when you know you've done something wrong. Everyone worked together as a team. This time, Monkey listened carefully. Hippo did not have to remind him to check the wheels. He was pleased. He'd learned his lesson. Little Lion did not have to remind Monkey to check the steering wheel. He was pleased. Soon it was time to race the go-karts. What do you think Monkey will do now? Do you think he will listen this time? Everyone was excited. Monkey and Elephant lined up at the start. Mr. Croc told everyone to listen carefully to the instructions. He told them not to drive too fast round the corner of the swamp. This time Monkey listened. Thank goodness for that. Monkey raced hard, but this time he did not go too fast round the corner of the swamp. This time the wheels did not wobble and the steering wheel did not shake. Best of all, the go-kart did not skid. Monkey and Elephant raced over the finish line together. Everyone clapped and cheered. Hooray! I hope to see you all very soon. Bye.